Hey, Earth Twister, how about now? Sorry, I guess my OBS decided not to put my voice through there. It's all good. We're only 15 minutes into it. No big deal. Also, I'm here, but I need to be lurking off and on. No worries, buddy. I appreciate it. Decided not to use those two cards. We're going to draw two more cards. See what we get. Iceman and Electrostatic Armor. Okay. Sounds good. I think what I want to get onto the table is going to be... Hey, much better. Will not be lurking. I appreciate it, Twister. Thank you for letting me know. First, for sure want to get Force Field Generator onto the table, so we're going to spend energy and Iceman for that. Hard to ignore Med Team and Electrostatic Armor. I think I'm going to hold on to the Med Team, spin the Hard to Ignore to get the Electrostatic Armor onto the table. I mean, having both those items are going to be huge key parts to what we're doing anyways, and it's just going to be a lot of fun to see it, so. All right. Hold on to the Med Team. And let's see what... Oh, well, I guess our turn's not done yet. Let's go ahead and flip to... Feels like a waste if I flip there. So we'll flip to Giant. And we'll do a point of damage to him. And I did not even pull out my health dials yet. My goodness. That's okay, though. So 14. And I am at 12. So... which is a weird feeling since last time I played, I was at like 18 with Hulk. All right. We flip up, though. We do a point of damage to him when we become Giant. And then we might as well attack him and do another 3 points of damage while we can. Get him down to 10. Great. Let's drop to our hand sides. We've got Med Team, Gambit, Giant Strength, and Ant-Man's Helmet. That is going to be the card that gets played next turn for sure. Because that helmet is such a good card for Ant-Man. It's so stupid broken. Not broken, not the right word, but so stupid good. All right. Attack on Nowhere goes up to 2. Ebony Maw says, when Ebony Maw activates against you, remove a spell. So it doesn't matter whether he actually hits you or not, it still happens. So I'm not going to defend. We're going to let the Force Field Generator just soak that damage. If you take any amount of damage, remove that many energy counters from here, which it starts off with 6. For each energy counter removed this way, prevent 1 of that damage after you defend against an attack. Oh, deal 1 damage to the attacking character. I don't want to defend. I want to go ahead and just use parts of this Force Field Generator. So we'll just do 1 plus the star boost here after this activation resolves. Put 1 pursuit counter on pursued by the past. I'm glad I didn't waste a defend there. We go down to 5 here, and 1 counter goes on pursued by the past. All right. Then I get an encounter card. Channeling Trance. This goes down to 3 because he made an attack. He activated. Remove 1 invocation counter from each spell environment in play. If you have no spell environments in your play area, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded. Put that card into play in your play area. Alright, so this goes down to 2. He's going to be dealing 4 damage with me with a fireball here soon. I can live with that. Alright, it's my turn. Unfortunately, I have to get rid of the Giant Strength, but we need to get that Ant-Man helmet down. I think that is so much fun to have down and available for us. Spend 3 resources to make that happen. We're going to go ahead and attack for 3. while we can. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to flip down to Ant-Man. Tiny form. We're going to remove 1 threat from Ebony Maw. We've already activated there, but when we do that, after you change to Tiny, draw a card. And we drew Army of Ants, so I'm going to hold on to that because I definitely want Army of Ants available to me. That is my entire turn, so we're going to go ahead and draw up to our hand size. So again, we have Army of Ants. We have 4 more cards to get. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that is super tempting. I like the idea of Rogue with a force field generator out because I'm taking no damage. She's still getting her benefit. And we can get some wild stuff happening here. So I may end up doing that, even though Energy Barrier is part of what we're trying to do here. Ah, so many freaking choices. This is interesting. All right. So we're ready. Ant-Man back up. This goes up to 2. Ebony Maw is not happy. He's going to try to attack me again. I'm not going to defend. I'm not going to worry about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we have 1 left on our force field generator. Electrostatic armor doesn't go off because I did not defend. I just took the attack. This goes down to 1. And Ebony Maw is going to come in for... Nope, he's already attacked, so I just get to draw a boost or encounter card. There we go, Landing Craft. When defeated, discard card from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with the player who defeated this scheme. Okay. So it's 2 per player. Alright, and it's just basically drawing in a minion, which is not terrible, actually. So I may just... Oh, that was so good. May deal with that here in a minute. Depending on the minion we get into play, actually, it can make a big deal, or it can make a not so big deal. Either way, I am not too terribly worried about that. So it is my turn. I am going to go ahead and still spend 4. And which one am I going to hold on to? Energy Barrier or Army of Ants? I just like Army of Ants so much. But I think I'm going to hold on to the Energy Barrier. We're going to spend these 4 to get Rogue into play. With that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and activate here, clear this, and just get it out of my way because I don't want to deal with a lot of threats coming into play. Then it says, once that happens, when defeated, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play. Hey! Good morning, Board Game Brad. How you doing, buddy? Welcome on in. Thank you so much for coming by. How's your day going? All right, let's discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until we get a minion. All right, and y'all can see that on that side there. Perfect. Oh, wow. This is... I mean, I know there's minions in the deck, so... Shuffled them in. There we go. An Outrider. Oh man. All right. Let's see. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. When revealed, well, I have no cards in my hand, so I have to discard nothing. Haha.
Do you usually stream board games? Recently, I've been streaming Marvel Champions more so than anything else. Going well. Thanks for... Yeah, of course. It's treating me really well. I love this game a lot. I started playing about a year ago and falling in love with it. Trying out Repurpose for the first time and really been enjoying Ant-Man actually recently. So there's been a lot more streams of me playing Ant-Man recently. But a couple of streams of me playing Ant-Man. But I'm really enjoying him overall. So I'm trying to do this. I stream about once a week right now, but I'm hoping to get to see some more. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. What about you? Do you stream any games, or do you just enjoy watching some board games? And it's not Brad, it's Bard. I'm so sorry. I'm dyslexic, so sometimes letters slip on me. I'm sorry about that, Bard. All right. So this minion came in. It doesn't have guard, so I'm not too worried about it. In fact, it's going to be an easy kill later on. We're going to go ahead and flip up to giant form. Because we're going to start defending here soon. We'll do a point of damage to Ebony Maw, so he's down to 6. And then I'm going to go ahead and activate Rogue here. And she's going to take a consequential damage. She's going to deal 1 damage to Ant-Man. She now has the Avengers trait, but she also gains +3 attacks. So now she's swinging for 5. We'll go ahead and have her activate as well. And she will do 5 points of damage to Ebony Maw. It felt bad at first because he only has 1 point of damage left, but I forgot I had electric static armor on here, so even better. Plus now I've got energy... No, I don't have energy barrier down. I'm holding on to energy barrier as my card. Oh, which made me discard this card at random. Alright, that's fine. So I actually don't have any cards down, which is okay. Perfectly fine. Friday streams? What else do you stream? I watch... Oh, awesome! Mostly right now, I used to stream a lot of Pokemon back in the day. I've switched over to Marvel Champions, and this will be what I'm trying to do for a while. I have usually been streaming on Wednesdays, but I might be switching to Fridays just depending on how I'm feeling. So it just depends on each week and all those other fun things. But Fridays is this is my first time doing Fridays. I used to do a lot of Thursdays. Then I went to Wednesdays for a while. Wednesdays became harder, so I may just switch to Fridays. We'll just see how all of it plays out. So. All right. This is not my full-time gig, no. This is just something I do on the side. My full-time gig is actually I work in camping, which is kind of a wild thing to think about, but I work at a retreat center, and so we do stuff year-round, and then I get stuff set up for camp for the summers. All right. Let's ready everything back up. When I came up here, I did heal 2 hit points, but I didn't have any damage just yet, so no big deal. We'll draw up to our hand size of 4. 1, 2, okay. 3, oh, come on, give me a green card. 4, of course, unflappable. All right. We might just do a giant stomp next turn. It's going to feel like a waste, but no big deal. Repurpose is fun. Yeah, I have not had a chance. I haven't even drawn Repurpose yet, but the way this is working out is great. I wish I had Force Field Generator at a higher point value so that when Rogue activated against me, I would have taken no damage. Well, not activated against me is not the right word. Would have done her thing. I would have taken no damage. So, all right. First things first. This goes up to 3. Ebony Maw is going to activate against me. Rogue is fine. I'm going to defend and save my Force Field Generator. It's a forced interrupt, too. That is a bummer. So it would have done that with her and gone away. Okay. So I did not take that damage because it is a forced response. That is fine. Electric Static Armor still happens, so I can still defend against Ebony Maw here. So he swings for 1, 2, 3. I take no damage, but he still takes
1 damage after defending, which takes him out and goes down to point number 2. Rough draw. Yeah, dude, it was... it is what it is. It's part of the game, right? Yes, I am in Texas. All right. Ebony Maw goes up to 18. And it says each player discard. All right. That's a forced response. Each player discards cards from... Oh, and then he did activate against me. But this is still happening, so... I think that would have stopped. His forced response would have stopped in the middle of his... Because he had to go to another spot. So now I'm just doing this part where I'm revealing cards until I... from the top of the encounter deck until I discard a spell that puts that card into play. Let me know what you guys think. Am I supposed to still do the spell counter thing? Or nah, because it was in the middle of his activation that he stopped. So... He is milling his deck a lot, which is interesting. Rumble Storm. Okay. And it starts with 3 invocation counters on it. And North Dallas. Oh. Right on, man. I am out west. About 3 or 4 hours, so... But I did live in Fort Worth for a long time. Or south of Fort Worth for a long time. That's cool, man. All right. Yeah, I think that's how that works because it was in the middle of his thing. His forced interrupt would not have kicked off. And so that's how I'm going to play it. If I'm incorrect, let me know. Or you guys, when you're watching this later, let me know in the comments. All right. This Outrider is going to attack me. I'll go ahead and take that point of damage. He's not a problem. So, no big deal. Okay. We still get an encounter card, which is a Fireball. Alright, so this is fun. We've got a lot of spells going on here. That Fireball's at 4. Yep. Fireball. That's right. Somewhere towards Lubbock. Yep. A little more south of Lubbock, but yeah. If you're on your way to Lubbock, you will probably pass by my house. I don't want to dox myself, but yeah. All right. Sweet. That was interesting. Let's go into our turn here. No, I get it for sure. I appreciate it, man. All right. We are... What are we doing this turn? We still have 11 health points left. So we're going to... I wish I could have do that, but that's fine. Wish I had my ants too. Dang. All right. We're going to go ahead and do a Giant Stomp. Spending 3 cards to make the Giant Stomp happen. Deal 1 damage to each minion. So this guy gets a point of damage. Which he's really just annoying anyways, so. And then we'll do 8 damage to an enemy, which Ebony Maw will just go ahead and take 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will go ahead and have Rogue do her fancy thing. So she will deal damage to Ant-Man. And then we will have her activate as well. And she's going to swing for 5. So that'll get him down to 5 health points. Wow. Let's go ahead and flip to this version of Ant-Man. So you're going to remove a threat by doing so. I still have 2 defense, so I'm not too terribly worried about that. I still have electrostatic armor, which is helpful. And this gives us a chance to draw an extra card, being at a hand size of 5. So, not in a bad spot. Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't see a reason why we wouldn't win. So, well, it just kind of depends on how much damage I take this next turn. I know we got a fireball coming. And I know he's swinging for a little bit harder this time. So, we'll just see how much damage I'm actually taking. That being said, I could just have Rogue defend for me. But even then, it all kind of depends on how things shake out. So let's just see how this, let's just see how things shake out. I think I could, if I survive all this, I should be fine. So there's our repurpose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got the giant stomp. 5. That should be game coming up here soon if we survive this round here. All right. So Ebony Maw is going to come in for... this goes up to 3. Ebony Maw comes in for an attack. We're going to go ahead and defend. We need to defend because we needed it to make sure that we're not taking hardly any damage. Oh, I was supposed to draw a card when I flipped down. It's not a force response, though. So I missed it. No big deal. Ebony Maw is going to attack. I'm defending for 2. So I took no damage. After his activation, place pursuit counter pursued by the past. Alright, so this goes up to 2. He's going to take a point of damage from electric static armor. He activated those, so his fireball does go off. After the last invocation counter is removed from fireball, discard it and deal 4 damage to your identity. Okay. 2, 3, 4. This goes down to 2. This goes down to 3. Okay. We're at 6 health points, though. The Outrider's going to come in for an attack. I just take it. Well, Rogue will defend for me against that Outrider attack. No, I'll just take it. Encounter card. Manipulation spell. And it has Surge, so I didn't do the Surge for that last Rumble Storm, or for that Fireball, but that is okay. We are already in it. So this comes in with 2 counters on it. We got that Surge. And is a Black Order Infantry, which has freaking guard. Okay. Well, I'm glad I did not have Rogue defend for me. Alright. Cool. How did I discover Marvel Champions? I honestly... I love Marvel. Marvel is probably my favorite genre in general. And so I was on... It was around Black Friday. Or before that, I was just getting on and looking at stuff on Amazon. It popped up there a couple of times. Thought it was neat. Ran into it a couple of times at game stores as I was walking through them and looking at stuff. Thought it was a cool concept. Found it on discount on Black Friday. I was like, well, might as well just pick it up. And it was right before the release of Age of Apocalypse. So it was in between that same year, in between Next Evolution, I believe is the box, and Age of Apocalypse. Picked up the starter kit, and I picked up Gambit because Gambit was on sale as well, and fell in love with the game. And so I've been playing for a little over a year. I don't have every single character in the game just yet. I'm still missing some things from Wave 1 and Wave 2. I think I've got every X-Men but Phoenix. So, but I'm really loving this game. It gets my fix for like wanting to build decks and wanting to create things that Pokemon would give me. But I just don't want to spend the money on TCGs. So this is why I like this, because I feel the nice thing about it, and now that the Legacy versus Current, it's kind of like, but I liked the idea that I could buy cards and they would never go out of rotation. And so I could still continue to play the game with all the cards that were available to me and never feel like I had to keep up with the next best thing. So that was the benefit for me. All right. So you have this Black Order Infantry that's going to be a pain in my butt. Not a super big pain, just annoying. All right. But we have made it thus far. I am going to just have some fun here. First things first, we're going to go ahead and go to giant form. And that gives me 1 damage to everybody. Or 1 damage to an enemy. We'll do it to this Outrider and go ahead and take it out. Rogue is going to, and I should have gotten 2 health as well for rotating up, so we're at 7. Rogue is going to do her thing, and so I'll take a point of damage. She will then attack the Black Order infantry and take him out. When defeated, give the villain a tough status card. Okay. So Rogue would have done that before I moved up, because she would have had 3 attack. So when I flipped up, instead of doing it to that Outrider, it still does the same thing, doesn't it? Either way. He still gets a tough status card. It's not like I can't defeat him. So, let's back everything back up. He should be at 5. Right? No, he should be at 4. Back everything back up. She had 2 left. He had 1. We were back down here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to, and this should go back down to 5. Okay. So we're going to play Army of Ants using Pim Particles, which gives me team building exercise. All right. Rogue is going to go ahead and do a point of damage to me. She was ready. Now she activates. But she is doing 3 points of damage to this Black Order infantry. So he has 1 health point left. Army of Ants will activate to deal that 1 damage to him. Oh, okay. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate it. Love this. I don't have any mods on right now to deal with that, so we'll just ignore it for now. Sorry about that, guys. Kind of annoying. Okay.
There we go. Got it. It's been a minute since I've had to do that. Got it taken care of. All right. Thank you for the point out there, Mr. Bard. 3 you followed. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, man. You started Lorcana, but quit almost immediately when I was behind by set 3. Yeah, dude, I feel that. I feel that so much. I hear you. TCGs are a lot of fun. But unfortunately, that's just how they function. So, all right. That took care of that. We are now going to... Oh, he gets a tough status card. That's right. Because we defeated that. That's okay, because that will let me flip up to Ant-Man, who does a point of damage to Ebony Maw. And then we're going to play Repurpose, which lets me discard a tech upgrade, which I'll discard my helmet, because that's a tech upgrade and it's fun. You ready your hero and choose thwart, attack, defense. I'm going to choose attack just for fun. Until the end of the round, your hero gets plus attack to the chosen power, where X is equal to the upgrade's printed cost. So we're seeing 3. That makes it a 6. We will activate and take out Ebony Maw. That is game, ladies and gentlemen. That is actually really cool. Repurpose, that is fun. I thought I'd be seeing that card more often than I did. But I am running a 45 card deck, so that might be part of my problem. Thank you, I appreciate it. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I may try to run this deck again. Ebony Maw is, of course, not too terribly hard, but he's still a lot of fun to play against. So that was really cool. That was really neat. I had thought this game would go on a little bit longer. I forgot that Ant-Man's just a boss. I mean, we still had team building exercise, giant stomp, and strength in our hand, so we would still be able to do that 8 point of damage there. I'm also more of a player that's not going to just build everything up. I'm just going to keep going, and whatever's working, try to beat the villain as fast as I can. So, there's that as well. I like the ideas of the spells for Ebony Maw. I feel like people are more afraid of them than they need to be, but I could be wrong. I have also never played Expert, so is there a difference here? No, you're just getting another spell. So it's the same thing as 2. You're just getting a higher scheme when he schemes against you. With Ant-Man, I'm barely flipping down to Scott Lang. So, you know, if I did play Magic the Gathering, I probably would play Red. I definitely play Red a lot. I love aggression in Marvel Champions as well. So, there's that as well. Sweet. Well, do I break this deck down and try to do something different? Or do I try to run it against a different villain? It went a lot faster than I thought it was going to. This was a lot of fun. I could just play this villain again and see how it goes. But what's the fun in that? So, my plan just went a little bit faster than I thought it would. Let's see, I got about 45 minutes, so I have to take off. So, why not just either move on to another villain? Yeah, let's move on to something different. And so, or do I just take off for the morning? I don't want to do that necessarily either. It's a tough call to make. I also can get the next villain set up for some other stuff. I can get some concepts out because I do want to try aggression for Ant-Man. I still feel like I didn't actually use Repurpose as much as I thought I was going to. But I do like that I kind of discovered the whole I'm not taking any damage with that force generator shield with Rogue in play, which is kind of cool to see. And then if I spent more time doing defense, Rogue could have done a lot more work. But that is if I draw Rogue out, and Rogue is not very common. But that is good to know for other things as well. So I'm talking a lot. Oh, I'm too good at the game. That's what you gather. Well, I appreciate it, man.
You're hearing me process out loud. Ebony Maw is also very. I mean, he's a starter villain in a set, so there's that as well. I could try it against someone like Hela, who's a little bit of a different build to play against. I have not actually beaten Hela, which is something else to think about. What other villains are out there? I'd put Juggernaut away, otherwise I'd bust Juggernaut back out. We would just try it against Jug. But definitely would have played that different than I did the last game I played against Jug. I could try it against Mr. Sinister, which would be a much tougher game. I just want to leave a game busted out. So we're just going to do what we're going to do instead of trying to set all that stuff up and waste our time. We're going to run it against this deck again and just see if the outcome ends up being different. And we'll go from there. I think that'd be fun. And maybe we'll get a chance to try Repurpose a little bit differently. So it was the games. So actually, I started off as a Shiny Hunter. If you check out my YouTube, you'll see that it's still starting off a lot of Marvel Champions stuff. But if you look at my backlog there, you should find a lot of my Shiny reactions. So I started off as a Shiny Hunter in Pokemon when I was doing that. Had a great time with it. It was a blast. And then I didn't get bored of that necessarily. I really enjoy shiny hunting. I think shiny hunting has its great place. But I definitely ran into the games just didn't sit the same anymore. And then life just changed. COVID is really what killed me. I lost my main job at the time because of COVID. And so I spent more time trying to find my next place to be. And then I got back into school. And so by the time I was back to streaming, I was just kind of like, I want to play some other games. And eventually I fell back into this. So shiny hunting is still a lot of fun for me, just depending on what game I end up picking up. So I really liked because when I was doing shiny hunting, I started off with Sun and Moon. And to me, that shiny hunting method was just a blast. It was simple. It was easy. And it was just, you could still have conversations with people, but still get shinies out of it. People got bored of watching it, though, because it's just the same repetitive thing over and over. Eventually, I enjoyed doing shiny hunting a lot, also in Let's Go Arceus. Or not Let's Go Arceus, Legends Arceus. And so I did that there. Did a lot of Kingdom Hearts for a while. I played the Marvel Spider-Man game for a long time. Really, I'll just play it and run through it. And then I played both of the Star Wars... Oh my gosh. Fallen Order games on stream and really liked those. So had a good time with that. Code was rough, man. Yeah. I played Gen 1 and Gen 2 when they first came out, and then I wasn't back until they remade Gen 2 that I got back into the game. And kind of from that point forward, I played it for a long time. So, yeah, man. The journey is wild, but, life is good. God is good, and I'm where I'm at today because of him. So, now I'm in a cool spot, and I'm doing some fun stuff. I always loved Marvel, and I'll continue to love Marvel. So, yep. Preach. All day, every day, man. All right. Need to shuffle this back up. It should be a good mix from before, so it's just going to turn out to be a different game. I know I've already won. This is a lot of fun, and I just wanted to try Repurpose again because I really want to actually kick off Repurpose before the end of the game. So, and Scott Lang just has so many cool cards. He's just a neat character in general. Do you play Marvel Champions?
And if so, Mr. Bard, who is your favorite hero? I am married. She actually enjoys playing Baldur's Gate with me. So we'll play Baldur's Gate together. She is not as big of a fan of, I think, board games. Though she has enjoyed Wingspan quite a bit. And I like that game a lot too, so we have a good time playing that together. It has been a minute since we've had a chance to play games together. Life is just busy. But we do enjoy playing games together. Right now, we're really invested in like some of our shows. So they just released the show... Right, I know my shows so well. They just did more with Resident Alien, and so we're back into that. She didn't like anime until we got married, and now she's really invested in all these anime shows. So she likes Demon Slayer, she likes My Hero Academia, so we watch those together. I'm trying to get her into One Piece, but it's just so big that she's just not interested. Kaiju number 8 is probably our favorite anime together right now. We like Spy Family. It's just hit or miss. And then we've really gotten into Sakamoto Days together, and that's been a blast because that just cracks me up. You've played Marvel Champions a few times, but not a ton. Usually playing at game nights with 12 plus people. So this isn't the type of game that I can usually... That's fair. The nice part about this game, to me, I liked a lot, was that I can play it solo. Which sounds silly, but because I like the game so much, I want to be able to play it. And the fact that, like, cool, I want to play a board game, but no friends to play it, that makes it tough for me. But if I'm doing a Marvel Champions game, I get to play it for free by myself. So that's a blast. Discarding until we get a spell. Okay, Fireball again. What a way to start. I've got a lot of dice out here I should be using. Alright. Cue music. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, Ironhearts and Drax are the heroes I've played. Okay, so you haven't played it very much then, but you've gotten to play them both. I've not touched Ironheart yet. Drax, I have. I've not played. I've seen my buddy Levi Lewis. If you're looking for another YouTuber to check out, he just started making some content the other day. He actually made a Deadpool deck he called Deadpool Leadership, and it was just an aggression build. So red card build with all aggression allies. It was a cracked me up to watch him. Drax is pretty cool. The way he can continue to build is a lot of fun. He did a protection build with him, and it was kind of funny to watch him like never take damage but keep building up his attack. And then he did a pull aspect, and that really was interesting to see in general. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. He's got some fun ideas. He's not a traditional player where he's like, all right, I want to make the most optimal deck and whatever. He's like, let's just have some fun. Let's go to town and do it. And I enjoy playing with my buddy Levi Lewis. And then my brother plays the game as well. And so it's gotten to where now when we get together we play that. We used to do like Borderlands and stuff together, a lot of video games. Now we play a lot more of this game together. We plan decks ahead of time so we can meet up and do some stuff. All right. Let's draw to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's drop off. No, because I can still do stuff with it. That's crazy. Let's drop off Professor X and draw one more card. Electrostatic armor. Okay. Well, hot dog. What a way to start the game. We're going to spend a power of protection and a electrostatic armor to get med team on the table. Which comes in with 3 counters. And then we will spend a genius and a strength to play Gambit. You like tanky heroes generally, but I want to try something that feels more like a spell flinger from tabletop RPGs. If you know somebody that has the game and you could play Doctor Strange, that's going to be your best bet. Very tanky and uses a lot of spells. That is going to be my biggest suggestion there. Let's go. We're going to take this one for Gambit. And they're both 2. I'd rather, let's see. You were stunned. Okay. I'd rather have the spell. So. You bet. The only downfall that we're running into, Doctor Strange is no longer in print. So, if you know somebody that has a copy of Doctor Strange, play it. If you can find somebody that'll sell it to you for a good price, pick it up. But they will not be printing Doctor Strange anymore. So, other tanky heroes that I like, the Hulk was a lot of fun, but he doesn't have any way to stop the scheme. So just be conscious of that. I think, let's see, Wolverine is really good. A lot of taking hits and then healing. So I know, dude, it's wild. Board games don't print fast enough, and they're doing this because they're wanting to try to give a chance to make a different Doctor Strange, different Captain America, and so they're rotating out those heroes, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. So that was my entire hand. Let's go ahead and flip up to giant form because we can. And both Gambit and Ant-Man are just gonna. We'll do a point of damage when we flip up because of Ant-Man, Giant Man, and then both Gambit and Ant-Man are gonna activate to do 3 points of damage to Ebony Maw, which is a total of 6. So he's at 7 health points already. Cool. Let's drop to our hand size. Giant Strength, Resize, Repurpose, and Hive Mind. Okay. So that's actually a really fun turn as well. So we won't get to use the Repurpose, but we'll see to do a lot of fun things. So this goes up to 2. Ebony Maw's going to attack me. I will... Will I defend or will I just take the hit? I think I just take the hit. He's swinging for 1, 2, 3. We knew that was coming. So 3's not bad. We'll get down to 9. Then we get an encounter card, which we know is going to be one of the spells. So it's Pacification. So it puts us up to 3. The timer did go down on this guy down to 3. And then it has Surge, so we draw another card, which puts that Black Order Infantry into play. Okay. We'll make it out of this. Not a problem. Yeah, exactly. As soon as they are in print, they're out of print. This is stupid. Yeah. Okay. Very cool. We will activate our med team and heal Ant-Man up to 11.
trying to figure out how to make that happen so we don't have to deal with the tough. For sure, we'll spend the Hive Mind to get Giant Strength down, because that's going to be helpful in the long term. We're going to have to take out this guard here to get to do the damage to Ebony Maw. So we don't have anything for Repurpose to kick off. So we're going to hit Resize for now. We're going to change, which changes us down to Tiny Form, which lets us remove a threat when it gets down here. We draw a card. Pim Particles. Dang. Alright, well. That would have been nice. It's all good. We got down here, we removed a threat. What I'm running into is when I... Oh, well. Yeah. I just don't want to burn something to have... Alright, sounds good. Thank you so much, Bart, for hanging out. Have a good day, man. Take it easy, buddy. Thanks for chilling. Alright. So what I'm running into here is I don't want to necessarily deal with this. Bye, Bard. Hope to see you soon, buddy. Thanks for the follow again. I know I can flip up and do 4 points of damage and take out this guy real easy. But what I want to do is I want to be able to flip up and take him out without having to pop the tough. Gambit can't attack him because of the guard. Gambit can attack him, but the guard. So... no big deal. We'll flip back up anyways, and Gambit won't activate this turn. But we're at a Giant Strength of 4. We'll do a point of damage to Ebony Maw. Giant Strength of 4 to take out... Oh yeah, we'll have... Yeah, that'll be fine. Take out Black Order. We get a tough status card. Gambit will activate... to clear the tough. It'd been nice to clear the tough a different way, but that is okay. Watch me draw into a tiny freaking ant, and I'll have to live with the consequences of my choices. Alright. So I have a Repurpose and a Pim Particles in our hands. Guess we'll draw 2 more cards. Hard to Ignore, and Energy. Alright. So we've gotten a lot of resources here, but we're not getting exactly what we need. Everything else readies back up. He's going to... This goes up by 1. He's going to attack. I will defend for... Do I defend? No, let's just take the hit. He's attacking for 1, 2. Alright. So I get this back down to 9. These tick down. We'll take an encounter card. Agent of Thanos. When revealed, deal 1 damage to your hero for each spell environment in your play area. If you have no damage this way, this card gains Surge. Alright, so we get 2 more points of damage. We're down to 7. Okay. It is now my turn. We're going to spend the Pim Particles to play Hard to Ignore. Hold on to our energy and Repurpose. After your hero defends against an attack, exhaust Hard to Ignore. Remove 1 threat from the main scheme. Cool. I do heal 2 damage because of Pin Particles, which got me back up to 9. We'll have the med team go down by 1 to heal this off of Gambit. Keep him around for a little bit longer. Gambit and Giant Man will both attack and do enough to take him out on round 1. This goes here. We go up to 18. When revealed, each player discards cards on top of the counter deck until they discard a spell. Put it into their play area. Rumble Storm starts off with 3. Okay. Still got 2 cards. I will go ahead and flip down to Tiny Form and remove 1 threat from here. So holding on to both these cards here. I don't know if I've ever actually faced Maw out of protection, which is wild to think about. I think that was a really good turn. That puts Gambit at 1 damage down. Let's ready everybody back up. And draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man. Okay. Interesting. I mean, team building exercise is going to be crucial to get down, so we'll make that happen for sure. Okay. This goes up to 2. Ebony Maw is going to go in for an attack. I will take the hit. He's swinging for 2, 3, 4. We're at 5 health points left. Alright, so we're doing great. We're doing great. All these spells go down. This goes down to 1. This goes down to 1. This goes down to 1. Okay. I'm going to have to defend this next turn. That is fine. Or have Gambit. No, I'm going to have to, yeah, we'll figure it out. We need to draw a encounter card. Reactor Overload. Each player must choose to either take 2 damage or place 2 threat here. Wow. Okay. Well, we're going to have that at 5. And that's manageable, actually. Cool. We'll spend the energy to get team building exercise down. We will then have both Gambit and Ant-Man clear this thwart. We will pop Med Team to heal for 2. We will flip up to Giant. Do a point of damage to Ebony Maw. Activate Team Building Exercise. Spin North Star and Repurpose that we've been holding on to this entire game to play Stomp. Deal 1 damage to each minion. There are no minions in play, but it will do 8 points of damage to Maw. Which puts us down at 9. Okay. Here's the kicker. Are we going to survive this or not? Here we go. Let's ready everything back up. Draw up to 4 cards. 1, 2, there's my force field generator. 3, Army of Ants. 4, and Angel's Airy. Hey, look at that. That would have been great to have. All right. Yep, and I couldn't use my Giant Strength because I was already activated because I had to clear that other thing. So this goes up to 3. Ebony Maw is going to attack. I will defend for 3. Or yep, I'll defend for 3. How am I going to clear my stun, though? No, figure it out. He's swinging for 2. Plus a boost, so I took no damage, but Pursued by the Past does get a 1 on it. I took no damage. He took no damage, but it does remove 1 threat from here because they're hard to ignore. Gambit. Oh no. Both these spells go off. So I take 4 points of damage. Gets us down to 3. And exhaust each upgrade you control. And I'm stunned. Which is okay. I can live with that. We draw and counter card. Yeah, that went down to 1. Draw and counter card. Manipulation has Surge on it. Alright. Landing Craft. When defeated, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with you. Player defeated this scheme. Okay, so this goes to 2 here. Alright, that's fine. We need to be smart about what we're doing here. So, we're going to go ahead and spend 3. To get the force field generator down. Which puts me at 6 on that. I will have Ant-Man flip down to Scott Lang. We are still exhausted and we're stunned. We will heal 1, so we're at 4. Because we flip down to Scott Lang. We'll have Gambit finish off and do his normal 3, or do we have him clear that thwart off so it's not a big deal? I mean, he's going to... Wow, that's a tough call. I think we're going to have to scheme thwart instead of doing 3 points of damage. So we don't go up to the next thing. So we're going to hope that he doesn't scheme for 6. Take that off for now. Let us take Gambit out. Thank you, Gambit. You've done a great job, my friend. We'll draw, ready everybody back up, drop to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We should be totally fine. All right, this goes up to 2. Because of this, and then it does a normal 1. Ebony Maw is going to scheme for 2, 3. Puts it at 5. Rumblestorm kicks off. And this goes down to 1. After the last invocation counter is removed from Rumblestorm, discard it. Deal 2 damage to each character you control. Okay. Counter card. Pacification, which gains Surge. Drawing nearer. After your turn begins, discard the top card of your deck. Place on Pursuit counter pursued by the past. Alright, this is actually a game, guys. Fantastic. Okay. So, Ant-Man is going to go ahead and flip it to giant form. Ready and stunned. When he does that, he'll do a point of damage to Maw. This happens as well because of the drawing nearer. I could clear it, but it's not really that big of a deal. Ant-Man is going to attack, which clears his stun. It does exhaust me, but that doesn't matter because we have Giant Stomp in our hand. So we'll spend 3 cards, or I guess we'll spend a team building exercise because we got to stay in practice. Hope Summers and an Unflappable to play Giant Stomp. Deal 1 damage to each minion, deal 8 damage to an enemy. And that took out Ebony Maw. That was a lot of fun. I think Ant-Man just in general is a lot of fun. I really like his cards. I think Repurpose can have a good spot. Oh, I actually would not have taken 2 damage as well. I would have stayed at 4. And this would have taken 2 damage for me. So, even better. Either way, that's still really good. We had a good time with this. Ant-Man in general is just a blast. I think he is worth playing. He's one I'm going to continue to play. I'm looking forward to y'all's reaction to this live replay that we're going to probably put out here soon. And give you guys a chance to kind of just see how things go. And just me chatting and stuff and going through the things. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Ant-Man's a blast. I do need to get going because I've got a lot of things happening today. And I still have not eaten breakfast. So, there's that as well. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you're watching this later and you're like, hey, I don't know if I like this or not, then yeah, let me know. I will be reposting the first one since I actually got to use Repurpose. And there's some good cards in Protection. It's just a wild set, so. But thank you guys for hanging out. As always, my name is Jason Sketch. You guys are incredible.
And next time, I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace.